Hi everyone, guess what? I'm back with a new video today. Now, I launched this video today because remember my top 5 countdown, my favorite video game villains? Well, guess what? This is a remaster because the last one I did was kind of like a mess up because in the intro part I kind of had two recordings at the same spot and I was like, uh-oh. So I kind of put that one on private because I felt like it wasn't that great, and plus I wasn't really perfectly dressed and everything, so I decided to remaster it. Now, this is my first remaster of my top 10 countdown. I'm not sure I might be doing any more, maybe on my favorite cartoon villains if I find 5 more, but anyways, I'm going to start with the top 5 thing again. Now, here's a minor note. There are some few changes, like for example, number 5, it's different, and it has 2 villains, and number 3, I replaced one villain with the other. Alright, so starting off for number 5 is... For starting off at number 5, it's actually a tie, and this one is Alternate Chroma. Now, you remember when I talked about when Alternate Chroma was around? Well, when I first saw this, I was like, whoa, that thing is a monster. Literally. I mean, sure it started off as a black thing like this form, but it was super awesome and super scary that both Solgaleo and Lunala was captured, but luckily enough, I managed to defeat him for a very difficult task, but then once I beat him, I finally got my chance to finally defeat the villain of Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon. It was actually pretty fun and tricky at the same time. Now, for another tie, it's Eternitus or Eternitus. I don't know, you'll have to decide what it is, but oh man, his Eternimax form is like a total god. I think it might be strong enough to take out Arceus in one sweep. Now, Eternitus is the final boss you have to face off right before you battle Leon. But it was super tricky for me, but thanks to a little help with Zashi and Zamazenta, I managed to beat him, and boy, it was good. So that's why I put Eternitus on this list, because he's the new Pokemon villain for Gen 8. And I really love the design of it. It looks so scary looking, it almost looks like a real villain. Yep. Alright. 4 is Dr. Neil Cortex from Crash Bandicoot. Okay, well, I think of this villain's like always one of those villains to try to rule the world and try to capture Crash, but every time it fails, his experiment almost works, Crash comes in and saved the day. But the reason why I picked him on this list because this story is kind of tragic, though, but always like coming up with these brilliant ideas to try to capture or Crash or rule the world, but oftentimes he fails. But anyways, I really like Crash Bandicoot, so that's why I decided to put this villain on this list. Alright. Do you guys remember on number 3 I've added Bowser on this list? Well, since I'm no longer into Mario series, I decided to replace it with a new video game villain, and that's DJ Octavo. Okay. The reason why I picked this villain because all he wants to do was to capture the Great Zapfish, so that way the Octoling needs to join forces with General Octavo to begin his reign for Octarian race. Well, oftentimes he tries to do that, even of course capturing Callie need to make his Octobot even more stronger, which is pretty evil indeed. But what can I say? This General Octavo can really and bring out some beats. Literally, since he's a DJ. Okay, then, I know this villain is not really shown off often ever since a few years, but number 2 is Chaos. Now, the reason why I picked this villain, because, unlike Cortex, he also, of course, wants to conquer Skylands, but his powers are more darker. Thanks to his abilities, Chaos tries everything to conquer or destroy Skylands, but oftentimes he fails just like every time, or every villain does. So, the reason why I put this list, because it was one of my favorite games so far, and this villain was indeed like one of the greatest villains I ever faced. Well, even though he wasn't really that bright often, but still, I really like this villain, so that's why I decided to put this on number 2. So here's Chaos. Now, before I go off to my top pick, here are some honorable mentions. Psych, there are no honorable mentions. But I'll do a quick recap. For number 5, it's Chroma and Eternitus, or Eternitus, I don't know how you pronounce it. Number 4 is Dr. Neil Cortex from Crash Bandicoot. Number 3 is DJ Octavo from Splatoon. Number 2 is Chaos from Skylanders. Now, I wanted to add more to it over the last 2 years, but I couldn't find any other video game villains I would also enjoy. So, anyways, that's all I had to talk about. And yes, I did like Bowser just this once right before I start disliking the Mario series. Anyway, for my number 1 total pick, it is Dr. Eggman. Okay, I really love Sonic the Hedgehog so much that, and of course, Dr. Eggman would be my absolute favorite video game villain of all time. Just like how I mentioned on my last one I did, which was pretty messed up so much that I accidentally recorded at a time. Anyways, I put Dr. Eggman on this list because all of his efforts to destroying Sonic, it was so diabolical, and also, of course, transforming cute little creatures into deadly killing machines. He sometimes almost tricked Shadow, thinking Sonic was his enemy, then became his enemy. So that's why this Dr. Eggman's on this list. Now, I was aware of the Robotnik from the movie version or the lame version. But anyways, I like this Dr. Eggman better because I think he's a little bit way more better than Cortex, if I say so myself. So, yeah, Dr. Eggman is number 1 on this list. Alrighty then. So what do you think of that? I personally think I enjoyed it the most. Even though it was a remaster, but still, I did great. Now, what I'm really excited for next time is the Power Rangers series reviews that will be coming real soon, along with 2 new movies that I want to watch soon next month. So, be sure to check that out real soon, and I'll see you next time. Hey, it's me, BDH, but I'm also known as the Brick Dragon Hero. That video was great, huh, Applex? You said it, BBJ. And if you want to see more of the Brick Dragon Hero videos, all you gotta do is subscribe. Follow Brick Dragon Hero on Instagram. Like for this video. Share this with your friends.
And comment down below what you think of that video.
And don't forget to check out the last video. So thanks for watching and have a brick day.